What's going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you back to another live Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle today against this shady person, Niv, whose Twitter link is in the description. Remember, if you want a chance to be featured in one of these battles, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. My link is down there as well, and that's where I ask for these. So today, I know we missed last week, but we are here for our 6th gen Wi-Fi battles. If you guys are excited, please show some shady love, that thumbs down below. Remember, if this video crushes 2,000 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now today, that's the longest intro ever in existence of anything that's ever been on YouTube. We're here for 6th gen Wi-Fi battles. I've chosen my top 6 favorites from the 6th gen. There's too many 6s going on. I don't like it. I'm going to show you my team really quick. And before everyone freaks out, Greninja's not my favorite. And no, this Greninja is not Protean. I know Greninja's Ubers. We're having OU matches for today. And of course, if for the next upload, which will probably be on Friday, actually, this week. But Lullaby is actually my #1 favorite, hands down, from 6th gen. Absolutely love Trevenant. It was the first 6th gen Pokemon I remember really falling in love with and just being like, man, this thing is incredible. I'm using the same set that I always used to use, the Lum Rest, Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp, Horn Leech type of deal. Actually, one of our only 2 physical attackers, because apparently I love special attackers in 6th gen. I'm not sure what my second favorite would be, so we're just gonna clump all these together. We have our Greninja, who's rocking Spikes, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and I don't know what else. What am I running on you? I don't know, because I don't have Protean, so he's not as good. Oh, Dark Pulse, that's right. So Spikes, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Dark Pulse. It's Torrent, so he's got the Focus Sash. You can take advantage of the Hydro Pump, maybe, hopefully. No priority because his physical attack is Butterscotch without Protean, so you're really not gonna be able to take advantage of moves like Shadow Sneak. Then we have Delight, the Sylveon. Sylveon holds a special place in my heart because I had that Sylveon Grats on 1200 that was given to me. And I really loved the fact that we got another evolution. It was just, it was like the fairy Pokemon to have. So I always loved it. Definitely one of my favorites. Rescuer, the Heliolisk. Is it Heliolisk? Dude, I will always, and dudettes, I will always forever confuse the name of this Pokemon. It is Heliolisk. With Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice, and Focus Blast, it is our choice Scarf user, so it's really, really fast. Cracked Bat, the Noivern is definitely my favorite dragon type. It was actually pretty tough. I was tossed up between Noivern, Goodra, and Tyrantrum. So I remember when I saw Tyrantrum, I was like, oh my gosh, an actual T-Rex Pokemon, this is amazing. And the Goodra was just like Barney with goo, and I loved it. But Noivern, I remember really capturing my heart, and I just love the Pokemon a lot. Master Swords, our Doublade. I remember actually loving Doublade more than Aegislash, even though Aegislash is Ubers. I remember seeing, like, when I first saw, is it Doublade? What the heck is there? Dude, I do not know. I'm saying dude a lot today. I don't know the pre-evolution for Doublade at all, period. Like, not even a little bit. It's not coming to my mind. Nope, nothing. Okay, but I remember really being excited because I'm a sucker for triple, like Dodrio, Hydreigon. I love triple Pokemon, so I was really expecting the Blade to evolve into triple swords, and it would have been my favorite, but instead it had a sword and a shield, and I was really upset. So the Blade is definitely I'm more keen to the Blade than I am to Aegislash. But we're gonna jump into this battle because Niv has been waiting during this entire long, crazy intro. We're gonna see what we can do, hoping for a nice, clean battle, hoping for a W, honestly, because we don't win much anymore. Okay, all right, this looks like a team. This looks like a team that could potentially be doing something because we see a Charizard and that's automatically scary. Charizard Slowbro, which could be Mega. I really hope that it's not Mega though. I hope the Charizard's Mega. Sylveon, Mamoswine, Jolteon, which even though Jolteon is RU, Jolteon can play in the 100% can play in the OU tier. And then you have Hawlucha, which will be very interesting, especially since I have 2 ghost types, so it's gonna be tough. But that flying type's gonna help against Trevenant. Most of my team it looks pretty OU. Actually, I think Noivern's UU. I think the only OU Pokemon I have is Sylveon. I have no idea where Greninja falls. I don't know where Protean Greninja falls. It might be OU. I'm gonna go ahead and say it is OU. Lullaby's UU. Rescuer, I think, is RU or NU. I don't think it's UU. I could be wrong. Master Swords is not. There's no way. If Master Swords is UU, I'll be shocked. But look at my opponent's team. We see common weaknesses. We see 2 Pokemon weak to electric, but he's got 2 immunities. 3 Pokemon weak to electric. Okay, Rescuer is gonna be super important in this match. Our Delight, by the way, our Sylveon has Wish on it, so we're gonna try to take advantage of that during these battles. And Quadjutsu has Spikes, which hurts 4 of my opponent's Pokemon, so it'd be pretty nice to get those up as soon as possible, but I think the Jolteon lead is rather obvious on my opponent's side of the field, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually going to lead with Lullaby. Our Lullaby is specially defensive, and it resists. I know that Jolteon does get Shadow Ball, but it at least resists the stab of Jolteon, so we can try to come through clutch. This is gonna be an interesting game. I like when I ask for an OU match and it's not just straight OU top tier. I don't mind either way, honestly, but I enjoy seeing what people are gonna bring. I love Mamoswine. I can't believe Mamoswine is still in UU. That's awesome. Thunder's the Jolteon, I'm guessing, yes, so I predicted that lead correct. I'm not sure if Lullaby is the correct lead up for me, but at least I got the fact that he was leading Jolteon. That's gotta count for something, I guess. At this point, though, a Volt Switch or, I mean, a Shadow Ball is completely possible. I think we could take 2 Shadow Balls unless he's choice specs. So I'm actually going to go for the Leech Seed, kind of expecting the Volt Switch here because he's going to want to get into something that's a little bit more favorable, at least once he sees the damage. So maybe he'll go for a Shadow Ball first. Who knows? But the Leech Seed, either way, I think is a pretty safe play. As long as he doesn't crit me and as long as he's not specs, I should be able to take 2, especially after the Leech Seed. You guys can see this HP 192. Not very often that I have an even number of HP, so I'm not sure what happened there, but it should be 191. That's my bad on that part. I must have just maxed it out. Went all in 252. Instead of going for 244 EVs in HP, or maybe the IVs are a little wonky, who knows. But I love, and Shiny Trevenant too. Shiny Trevenant is absolutely, it might be, I don't want to say this, might be the best Shiny in 6th gen. I really don't know. He's gonna go for the Volt Switch, so another solid prediction. He didn't have any grass types and no Sap Sippers on his team. We're gonna see that that doesn't do too much damage, but it does more than I thought. I know Jolteon has 110 special attack, so it's pretty freaking, pretty strong. It's a great Pokemon. I seriously, you guys know that I love Mayhem. I've used Mayhem so many times in my videos. We see Lizardon actually coming out, so that's a perfect switch for my opponent. Luckily, I went for the Leech Seed and not the Will-O-Wisp, so we're gonna get something off of this. I can't stay in. I'm kind of excited to see now if this is going to be a Mega Charizard X or Y. I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Probably X. My Heliolisk is not solar powered. I'm sorry. No, I'd probably rather see Y, even though my Heliolisk is not solar powered. Because X, I really don't have much to hit him with. Besides my cracked bat, who's not choice Scarf, so if he goes for a Dragon Dance with Charizard X, he just might sweep me. Just might sweep me. We gotta figure something out. I think Sylveon is pretty much the best switch in here. I don't have a super defensive Sylveon. It is max HP, max special attack. With Wish, Hyper Voice, Psyshock, and Hidden Power Fire. We're not gonna need Hidden Power Fire for this match. I actually completely forgot to take a picture of my opponent's team, so I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. Not doing too hot though, as you guys can tell. This is why I always try to take a picture. I always remind you guys to take pictures, and I didn't do it. Goes for the Thunder Punch. I'm gonna go ahead and say that means that he's Charizard X, but he chose not to Mega Evolve just yet, which I find interesting. I'm not exactly sure why he wouldn't. Maybe it's not Mega Charizard. Maybe he's just rocking a regular Charizard. And if he is, he got really lucky with me not having Stealth Rocks. But we're able to take that Thunder Punch somewhat well. And there's always the chance that he didn't want to Mega Evolve for whatever reason. He didn't want to turn into, didn't want to lose his ground immunity, what have you. I don't want to assume yet that it's definitely not. I love the nickname Lizardon though. The Japanese name is so powerful. I'm pretty sure I can just go for a Hyper Voice here. And even though Lizardon resists it, it's going to do so much damage that it doesn't matter. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice. Honestly, it doesn't even matter that he resists it. With the Leech Seed up, if he decides to stay in, a Hyper Voice plus Leech Seed is going to be a 2-hit KO, and I think Psyshock would be a 2-hit KO as well. So we're going to rock out with that. Plus, it punishes switch-ins a lot more. Obviously, Hyper Voice is going to do a lot more damage to Psyshock than half the things on my opponent's team. I would be able to say that more confidently if I had a picture of his team and I could actually speak to it. But I feel like when a Sylveon's on the field and they're going to go for Pixelated Hyper Voice, you can't really switch in. He's going to switch out. He has. I mean, the Leech Seed is sitting there. He's got to. Goes out into his own Sylveon. Fairy versus Delight. That sounds like an ice cream topping or an ice cream flavor. Fairy Delight. Oh my gosh. That is so much damage. Now let's see if you have leftovers as well. No leftovers, so you're probably choice specs, which means you might be fast and you're gonna do a lot of damage to me. So do I want to switch out into like Master Swords to resist it? Not really. Master Sword special defense, even though I have an Eviolite, Master Sword special defense is pretty much scotch. It's 71, man. That is, get me a tissue paper. That's disgusting. I think I'm just gonna stay in. I'm just gonna go for Hyper Voice because it's a 2-hit KO, so why not? Maybe allow speed, who knows? I'm not invested in speed. I'm slightly invested in speed, actually. I take that back. But we're gonna see that the Psyshock is gonna go first, and if he's choice specs, that's gonna do a lot, even though it's not stab. It's not gonna do a lot. Wow, that's not stab. That's like I said. Hyper Voice is gonna pick up the knockout. I'm wondering what item you were holding on that Sylveon, because it could not have been choice specs. Could be Expert Belt. I run Expert Belt sometimes. I'm actually running Expert Belt on my, I believe on my Cracked Bat, on my Noivern, because I think that I like the versatility. I didn't want to go specs and lock myself into something. I already have the Choice Scarf Heliolisk. So I think Sylveon is just an incredible Pokemon. If you're not planned to deal with Sylveon, like if you don't have poison offensive moves, like a poison jab specifically, honestly, you want to hit on the physical side, your team is just going to get destroyed. So if you're going into OU, bring a steel type or bring something that can hit hard with poison, anything, whether it's poison or Iron Head, what have you. You need an answer to Sylveon. Of course, it's different when you're just playing with your favorites. I'm just using my favorite 6th gen, so I don't have the answers for everything. But I gotta say that I think this team is one of the more well-rounded teams. We're gonna see Lizardon come back in. And I really don't have answers for this thing. My team does not care for Lizardon. I'm actually gonna have to stay in and just go for a Psyshock. I'm not gonna wish. I don't think there's any reason. We're gonna see a D-Dance here. Okay, so it's a gosh darn regular Charizard with D-Dance. I think what it is that he's got his 2 Megas on his team for some reason. He's got Charizard and he's got Slowbro, and he can't decide which one he wants to Mega Evolve. Honestly, not evolving. Not if he's obviously Charizard X if he's anything. Not Mega Evolving is pretty smart. The question, oh my gosh, if he has if he has Roost, I'm pretty sure we can lose right here. If he has, we're gonna find out right now. If he has Roost, we're in really bad shape. Dragon Dance Roost is gonna do destructive things. Honestly, a Fire Punch will take Sylveon out at +1. No matter what, at this point, I know that I'm gonna have to spend my Greninja to beat this Charizard. I understand that completely. I get it. I get it. Oh my goodness. Please don't get swept by a regular Charizard. That would be the most... I wouldn't have words. I would turn into a broomstick at that point, and I would just be picked up by my opponent and used to clean the dirtiest floors you could ever imagine. It is a Charizard X. I guarantee you he's roosting. I guarantee you if he roosts, I 100% pretty positive that I'm gonna get swept. Flare Blitz, never mind. I'm just getting blown back. That's okay. All right. I'd much rather see that. I'd much rather see my Sylveon go down to a Flare Blitz, a Tough Claws +1 Flare Blitz, than anything else. Now, ooh! Look at that. Well, listen, I'm not going to misplay. I almost wanted to go out into my... I was going to say, I understand that I have to spend my Focus Sash on this Charizard, but I just remembered I have Shadow Sneak on Master Swords, and gosh darn it, using the Master Swords to take out a dragon just feels right. It just feels right. I do not have the cojones to click Swords Dance right here. No way. That is not... I do not have the gall to do that, predicting the switch. I'd much rather just go ahead, force this thing out of here, or, yep, he's gonna switch out. Oh man, imagine if I SD'd in the face of a +1 Charizard. Goes under the horns, the Mamoswine. Not the best thing for me. Mamoswine's actually a pretty dangerous Pokemon against my team because my only ground immunity is my Cracked Bat and my opponent, and obviously Mamoswine has Ice Shard and what have you to destroy Cracked Bat. So this is looking really, really bad for me. I could stay in and just go for the Iron Head, which I think I'm gonna do. I understand that knockoff is probably coming. I have to just stay in. I can't. This Mamoswine destroys my whole team. Makes the prediction, goes for the Icicle Crash, and is gonna be punished so hard unless I flinch, and if I flinch, I'm gonna run out of this room. Okay, good. Woo! All right, we got our Iron Head off. That should be enough to take him out because we are Deblade. Okay, we're not enough to take him out, but we can go for the Shadow Sneak. And that Mamoswine, oh my gosh. The fact that he went, I mean, I understand, so especially if he's choiced. The Noivern was so obvious, that's why I could not do it. I could not do it. It's my only ground immunity, but it's really not that obvious when Mamoswine is the perfect answer to my entire team. Like, seriously, almost the perfect answer. With Mamoswine and Charizard both at baby amounts of HP, Charizard X already evolved. If I can get Spikes up with Greninja at some point, that'll mean that both of these things are going to be knocked out. And that's if he switches out right here. At this point, I don't... Oh, he is going to preserve. Oh, man, he's going to regret when I get these Spikes up. Goes out into bruh. Goes out into bruh. The Slowbro. Well, we know it's not Mega, which is really sweet, and that's going to do a huge amount of damage. It's a crit! That's why. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, so we see the leftovers on bruh. Though off Master Swords is just chilling here. I can either risk a Scald Burn. I really don't want him to T-Wave me. You know what? No, there's no risk. Go on to Rescuer. Yo, this 6th gen team is actually kind of fire. This 6th gen team is fire with no fire types. Rescuer is gonna come in, whether it's Thunder Wave or Scald, I'm taking either one of those. Protect? Oh man. You're gonna have the finest of regrets when I get Greninja in here and get these Spikes up. You're gonna have the finest of regrets. Let's go ahead and go for, I think Volt Switch is the right play. I'm going for Volt Switch. I mean, he's gonna protect, I understand that. I think it's totally fine. I still think it's the right play to go for the Volt Switch. He protects, he sees me Volt Switch. Right there, you see that protect. He sees me Volt Switch. And now he still has to decide, is he gonna switch out or is he gonna stay in? And if he switches out, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm misplaying right now. He has Mamoswine. Okay, I can't just click Volt Switch again. I'm switching out into Greninja. The reason why I'm switching out into Greninja is because I'm Dark type, and you don't want to risk going for a Water type move on Rescuer, obviously. So I'm assuming he's gonna want to go with his other stab if he decides to stay in. I either think he's going to stay in, go for a Psychic type move, or he's going to switch out into going to Mamoswine to eat up the Volt Absorb completely since he's immune. And then you could actually get some utility out of that. Plus the Regenerator would pop. We're going to see that I'm going to switch out first. Obviously, I'm a lot faster. Quadjutsu the Ninja, the Greninja. Withdraws, bruh. Show me that Mamoswine. I want to know that I'm making these reads. Thunders. That was the Mamoswine. No, it's not. It's the Jolteon. Shoot, he read me like a book. Okay. Okay, that's really bad. I just got completely embarrassed. I mean, going out, I forgot he has Jolteon, which is also the electric immunity because of Volt Absorb. It was a much safer play. Wow, this is a battle, guys. This is 100% a battle. If you guys didn't realize you were watching a battle, now you know. What does Greninja have more use as? You know what? I'm just gonna go for the spikes. I'm gonna go for the spikes. I think Greninja's most useful thing to do is to just set these spikes up. Because Greninja's so fast that right now he's gonna scare away, well, he's not gonna scare away the Mamoswine. He's not gonna scare away the Mamoswine because the Mamoswine could have an Ice Shard, which can obviously take me out at this point. But I'm kind of hoping it does scare away the Mamoswine. There's literally no reason for it not to, unless it doesn't have Ice Shard, which would be the only reason not to go into Mamoswine right here. And then again, maybe you don't want to lose your Mamoswine, so if you're predicting me to go for an attack, you don't want to go into one of your 1 HPs, but I think you would. Goes on into Horns. Horns is the Mamoswine. So I'm just getting, dude, I'm getting pro played right here. But Greninja is getting the spikes up, which really is what matters right now. These spikes are up, which means Charizard goes down. He's banking on the fact that I don't have Shadow Sneak, which is kind of wild in my mind. Oh, man. I don't know what to do here. So I don't know why I'm holding on to Greninja. I got my spikes up, that's all I need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for the Dark Pulse. If he doesn't have Ice Shard, we live. If he does, I die. He goes for the Ice Shard, that's fine. I was tempted to switch out into the Blade right there, but then I thought about it and was like, wait a minute, man. Do you really value this 1 HP Greninja a lot? I mean, it would have been Torrent boosted Hydro Pumps that I could have missed for you guys, but we're gonna go ahead and go into Master Swords now because we can. We can now get rid of this Mamoswine. One way or the other, Noivern is safe, and Noivern's been my win con in the back of my mind. Sylveon is the only thing obviously stopping that. And go for a Shadow Sneak here. He's gonna keep his horns in and go for another Ice Shard because there's no reason to switch it out while spikes are up unless you have something to get rid of it, and I don't remember your team. So he's gonna stay in, like I said. Ice Shard is gonna do absolutely nothing. I actually should have gone for the Swords Dance. I should have gotten greedy. But had he clicked knockoff, I would have been in huge trouble because I'd have no longevity. Look at that word right there, longevity. Longevity? Yeah, say it faster. He's gonna go out into Lizardon, just get that KO over with. I don't really agree with those plays. I think that you should just save your death fodder. That was something I remember learning so long ago from like, I think Flaming Spade. I was like, when I was like, I don't know, man, that was like 2012, 2011. I remember just Flaming Spade's voice, just preaching about death fodder, or maybe it was Xenon, one of the two. I used to watch those guys so much. Just how important it is to use your death fodder carefully. So if you have a Pokemon that's gonna be knocked out upon entry, save that. Just save it. Don't force it so that you get it out of your mind. Use that for like when you need a safe switch in. Just a little tip, not even from me. Like I said, shout out to Xenon and Flaming Spade. Those guys are incredible battlers. So my opponent's down, I believe 3 Pokemon now. He's got 3 left. Bruh is gonna come in. Take that spikes damage. So we're breaking all sashes. It's 3-4. This game is nowhere near clutched, man. But once again, I think I can pretty much, let's see. I think he's gonna go for a Psychic type move, predicting my Heliolisk because I did that last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Swords Dance. I'm gonna start dancing. I'm faster than a slow bro. I mean, I know you're a slow bro, but come on now. You're slower than a pair of swords. Goes for the Scald. Please don't burn. The Scald never burns. Okay, so now I gotta decide, do I wanna go for the Shadow Sneak or do I wanna go for another Swords Dance? I'm gonna go for a Shadow Sneak and really hope that I don't get burned again. But still, a +2 Shadow Sneak should do a huge amount of damage to this, bruh. Over half, because the crit did about 40% last time. So we're gonna see another Scald. We did over half. And there's that burn. I deserve that burn. That's unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate. It looks like I have to click Shadow Sneak, and it looks like he's definitely gonna click okay, I'm not even gonna speak about it. He's gonna click Slack Off, or he's gonna switch out, but I don't think he'd switch out. I think he'd click Slack Off. He has Protect. Of course he's gonna click Protect. You fool of a took. We already saw Protect! All right, that's fine. That's fine, man. You know, I love 30% chances to lose the game. That's my favorite way to lose. It's fine, we're good, we're golden. We got rid of the Mamoswine, we got rid of the Charizard. I think he has Sylveon left. Sylveon, Slowbro. And Slowbro is more, I think, physically defensive, not specially. I could be wrong. I could go out into Rescuer, but he still has Jolteon. So I'm just going for the Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is the safest play right here. If I had the sun up and I wasn't water absorbed, then that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Unfortunately, though, I am water absorbed. Not unfortunately, just there's no sun anyway, guys. So I don't know why we're talking about things that don't exist. Going for the Hyper Voice, hoping that this is enough to take him out, but I don't think it will be. Oh, it's a crit! Let's go! Oh my gosh, I almost feel bad, but then again, remember that it's Pokemon, and I don't feel bad anymore because this game is all about RNG. Plus, you got the Skullbird, but a crit is 6.25 coming at the worst time. S armor +6. Well, kiss that goodbye. I'm not gonna rap right now. Sorry, guys, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I've had those bars in my head for the longest of times. Okay, he's got Jolteon, who really can't do much to me. I mean, I'm immune to Shadow Ball. He's got Volt Switch and Thunderbolt. And Hidden Power Ice. What is that gonna do? So we should be good. Sylveon is still here? Question mark? No, Sylveon's not here. I knocked out Sylveon a long time ago with my own Sylveon. It was Delight versus Fairy, which is Fairy's. I love that. What does he have left? I really don't remember his last one. Hawlucha! That's what it is. All right, so this is really bad. Oh, this is not good. This really isn't good. So I'm Choice Scarfed and I can't switch my move. Hawlucha has Unburden possibilities, which means that I 100% have to like one-shot this thing. I'm gonna go out into Lullaby. I think he's gonna go for a flying type move and make the read. I think he's gonna make the read, but I'm mainly going out into Trevenant for a safe. I need to get Rescuer back in here so I can click Thunderbolt. I understand that he still has Jolteon. I get that. Man, this is such a close game. Never in my life do I get a good battle right away. This is awesome. All right, Lullaby come in. Lullaby just sitting here. Sky Attack. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Sky Attack. I was thinking Citrus the entire time. I should have just Hyper Voiced. All right, well, my opponent might have it. I'm gonna go out into Cracked Bat right now, because this Hawlucha outspeeds my Heliolisk now and can one-shot it, where I don't know it can one-shot Cracked Bat. So I kind of want to go for Hurricane. Oh my gosh. No, I'm going for Draco Meteor. Dropping a Draco. We're dropping a Draco. Where's my shirt? It's in the closet downstairs. I'll run and get it. I will. If I crit, I'll get it. No, I won't. Yes, I will. I'll fall down the stairs if I do that. Don't make me get hurt. All right, calm down. This is an intense battle. Why is this so close? Acrobatic. Come on, please live, Cracked Bat. Somehow live. Come on! Yes! No! I went for... Oh my gosh. I purposely didn't go for... There's so much salt in my veins right now, man. That's the game. That is the game right there. Man. Should have went for the less accurate move. I got punished by going for Draco Meteor. And I think I would have won. I don't know if Draco Meteor would knock him out. I'll run calcs afterwards so I can have big regrets about Pokemon hacks. But yeah, that's the game. I can't go for Thunderbolt, so I have to go for Hyper Voice. But unless he has high jump kick and he misses, it's the only way I could see me winning this game. So I'm gonna count it as I'm just gonna hold that L. Someone deliver me the L. It's done. Went for that Draco Meteor. He lands the high jump kick. I can't land a Draco, but he can land high jump kick. That's garbage. He didn't even Hone Claws. I like Hone Claws on Hawlucha. Well, that's going to be our first game, and honestly, it was such a good game, Niv. Thank you so much. Pokemon is full of hacks. We had a Skull Burn, we had a crit, and we had a miss. So we hit all of our bases. We just needed a freeze, and it would have been a good day. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show some shady love. Set a thumbs up down below. Remember, if this video crushes 2,000 likes, we'll have another Wi-Fi battle with the 6th Gen team. We needed redemption after that. That was ridiculous. I love you guys so much. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.